פרק 12, משנה א'. לאחר שנתבררו פרטי הדינים של הוצאה מרשות לרשות, after we covered carrying from one domain to another domain, מתחיל פרקנו בביאור כמה משאר אבות המלאכות שנשנו בפרק ז' ב'. We're going to explain all the other מלאכות that we already mentioned before. הבונה בשבת, somebody builds on Shabbat. כמה יבנה ויהיה חייב? How much should he build to make him obligated? So we say everything is a measurement. So how much is the measurement for בנייה?
זו שאלה טובה.
Very good. חטאת בשוגג, to bring a sin offering in mistake, או מיתה במזיד. So it says it's easy with בונה. הבונה כלשהו. There's no measurements. There's no measurements for בונה. There's no measurements. Nothing.
ברגע שבנית גמרת.
That's right. בנית גמרת. I don't care what you did. It's called בנייה, it's called building, we done. כגון, for example, הסותם נקב קטן שבקיר. There's a pinhole, you know, a hole in the wall, you went like this. That's right. You pay that. והמסתת, how much if you are מסתת? מסתת is המקציע את האבן ומחליקה. You chisel the stone, you know, to make it round or to make it square or whatever it is. How much המסתת? והמכה בפטיש, and also מכה בפטיש. מכה בפטיש, we're going to explain what it is. It's not what it sounds like. היינו, מכה בפטיש כל גמר מלאכה. מכה בפטיש is the last part of the job. The last part of the job. כגון, for example, בחוצב אבנים, לאחר שחצב רוב האבן ממחצבו. For somebody who cuts stones, a stone quarry, after a person cut the majority of the stone from its place, הוא מכה עליה בפטיש מכה גדולה, he hits on it with a hammer, a big blow, והיא מתפרקת ונופלת, and it falls down. So, did you ever see it? Aryeh? They have a stone, and you can see them. They make like holes in it, in the stone, and then they put chisels. They put like pits inside, and then in the end they just give boom one time, and it falls off.
או שעושים ברוד. אתה יודע מה זה ברוד? היו עושים ככה באבן, ושמים חומר נפץ בפנים, ואז מפוצצים.
Yeah, so instead of them מתפוצץ, זה במכה.
של האבן.
מכה. Now the problem is with this, the מכה בפטיש, it says what did they do?
מה אני צריך לדעת את זה? מה זה עוזר לי? הרי anyway הוא בונה כבר. אז זה שהוא מפוצץ את האבן, חותך אותה, זה גם עבודה מלאכה.
You can say it's the opposite of בונה. You're breaking. You're breaking over here. You're not bone. You're taking away. Bone is you building.
אבל מפרק למען בנייה. כי אתה חותך אותה for מטרה.
It doesn't matter. But it's a different kind of מלאכה.
בשביל זה הוא אומר.
Yeah. There's one who is building and one cutting away. Two different things.
Okay.
ונמצאת הכאה זו גמר עבודת חציבת האבן. In this hitting, and by the way, מכה בפטיש doesn't, I don't know why he gives this example over here, but the examples can be anything. It's finishing the job. So for example, if you made a brick, right? Everything is done. Now it only needs to go in the oven, or it only needs to go in the sun. You doing this little thing can be מכה בפטיש. The last thing that to make it.
יש distinguish בין מכה בפטיש למלאכה. There is a difference?
Yes.
There is a
because there's מכה בפטיש is the last thing that is done in order to finish the job. The last thing.
In other words, if I have a nail that it's almost in, and it's in Shabbos, I see it's on Shabbos.
Oh.
And I take a hammer, and I put him the
very good.
Going all the way in.
Very good. That's a מכה בפטיש. Yeah. You finish the job.
You finish the job.
Yeah.
Okay.
ובמעצד, והמכה במעצד מן גרזן, somebody who hit in a type of an X, וכן הקודח, הנוקב במקדח, somebody makes a hole with something. כל שהוא, again, there's measurements, this is a strange measurement, anything חייב, obligated. כל אלו המלאכות שנפרטו, all these kinds of work that we mentioned, העושה אותן כלשהו חייב. If you do anything in them, you are obligated. זה הכלל. So this is the rule. כל העושה מלאכה, so this is the rule. If you're doing a מלאכה, any of these works, in Shabbat, ומלאכתו מתקיימת בשבת, and what you did exists now. In other words, before Shabbat it wasn't here, and now it is here. You made it exist on Shabbat. I don't care if you just finish. Until now, this cup wasn't done. Nobody would use it because it was missing, I don't know, something.
And now, a little hole in it, you couldn't use it.
That's right.
Plugged it.
Again, very good. That's it. You made a cup. That's why, for example, it might be problematic to open a tuna can on Shabbat. Might be. Why? Because when you open up the tuna can, before there was not a vessel. It was closed. And now you opened up the tuna can, you made it into a vessel. So how do you open it? Now it's maybe problematic, maybe not. We'll discuss. But you are building. You just build the vessel on Shabbos. That's the idea. כלומר, which means, כל העושה מלאכה בשבת, anybody who does work on Shabbat, ומלאכתו מתקיימת, and it exists, it has existence, היינו שיש שמקיימים אותה כך, which means other people use it in such a manner. You will ask, when am I going to use tuna can? Today people throw it away. But sometimes if you didn't finish the whole tuna can, do you put it in the refrigerator?
Oh, that's a vessel.
You're using it as a vessel. So that's a problem. So since some people use it as a vessel, now you're in trouble. וכך, ואין מוסיפים עליה. And you don't add to it. ויש מפרשים, there are those who explains, כל העושה מלאכה ומלאכו מתקיים בשבת. Anybody who does this kind of work, and it exists on Shabbat, שהיא מתקיימת כך בשבת בלבד. Even though on Shabbat, in other words, you use it bedchak. You use it. It's possible to use it, even though after Shabbat you're going to come and make it nicer, you're going to paint it. You're going to, for example, on Shabbat, you say, this cup has a hole. So I'm not going to make metal into that, but I'm going to take my gum that I'm chewing and I'm going to stick it in. And after Shabbos, I'm going to clean it. So maybe I'm not creating anything. He says, no, you are right now. You can use it on Shabbat. That's already a problem. That's already a problem. Okay. Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel says even more than that. What? אף המכה בקורנס בפטיש כבד על הסדן. It says even if you take a hammer and you have the anvil and you take the anvil and you just go on the anvil, you didn't put anything over there. There's nothing you put underneath. Even that's a melacha. He says, well, how do you get the melacha over here? Maybe you're not allowed to do it, but to be chayav mita?
Maybe you smash the metal.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Maybe.
כמו שנוהגים האומנים העושים מלאכתם בסדן. Just like the people who work, the blacksmith do it. Did you ever notice when a blacksmith does something, he hits it, and then he hits it once on the sadan. And then he hits, why does he hit the one on the sadan? Do you know?
No.
You know the blacksmith. That's what, now you're going to find out. בשעת מלאכה, אף על פי שאינו מכה על הכלי שהוא עושה, אלא על הסדן, even though he's not hitting the instrument, the material that he's doing. He's not hitting that, he's hitting the anvil itself, חייב על הכאה זו. He's obligated on this hitting. מפני שהוא כמתקן מלאכה. Because what is he doing? He is doing something. He's fixing his hammer. The hammer needs to be very smooth, otherwise it makes cracks in the things. So, and you need to make it very, very smooth. So once in a while, you give it a patch to make it completely flat. Because if you work with it a lot, it becomes knobby.
כן.
So once in a while you patch it to make it flat, and that's what did you just fix? You just fix the hammer. That's the problem. שמחליק את הקורנס לצורך המלאכה, that you are smoothing the hammer for your job. בגמרא מבואר, in the Gemara it explains, שכך היו מרדדים תסים לעבודת המשכן. It says this is how they used to make metal plates to the service of the Mishkan. שהיו מכים על התס 3 הקאות. They used to take the metal and hit it 3 times, ועל הסדן אחת, and then once on the anvil. And then ta 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 ta, boom, ta 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 ta, boom. What's the boom? To make it smooth. כדי להחליק את הקורנס, in order to make sure that the hammer is always completely flat. שלא יבקע את התס שהוא דק, because you're making very thin material with the thing, so if it's going to be bumpy, it's going to damage it.
זה כאילו שעושים פחים, לא? את הנחושת למשל, מסביב למזבח הזה, רוקעים.
ואין הלכה כרבן שמעון בן גמליאל. But the halacha is not like רבן שמעון בן גמליאל. We're not going to call that מלאכה. Even though I like the explanation. Maybe because it was already done before and nobody cares so much. It's not such a big difference. Maybe that's why.